Welcome to the Put on Waivers Media Group, home of the Put on Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
Welcome, everybody, to the glorious episode of Student Body Right, USC podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, and as always, I am podcasting off the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful day out here in Southern California, PORSBR is my Twitter handle. Check me out there. Also, for your Raider fans, go out there and check Ryan Holmes, RHOLM22. All the good stuff here for San Francisco Giants fans, Raider fans, and USC football fans is where you can find all the stuff here. I wasn't able to get on after the Notre Dame game, and instead of doing like what everybody else was doing, I'm not gonna do what everybody else did. Everybody else has talked ad nauseum why USC lost that game. What I'm gonna do is kind of hone in on Lincoln Riley a little bit here. Lincoln Riley, $100 million man, $11 million a year, all that stuff like that. We know about his offensive prowess, but what does he do in critical situations? Like, what do coaches do when the game is on the line and they desperately need a big play? This is the game on the line. They have to have a play here. What are their tendencies? So I'm gonna go to an NFL game first. This is the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons have one of the best defenses in football. This game right now and the point I'm showing you right now is 13-10 Niners. They have the ball and they're going into the it's third and long. They're in the red zone area, and Atlanta's doing a great job against this offense. Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan offense all day. Like they're doing a great job against it all day. They only get 13 points going into the third quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, and this is late in the game. This is basically the last drive. So if you are able to stop him here, hold him to a field goal, it's 16-10. Michael Penix has an opportunity to walk off the Niners with like 2 minutes left in the ball game, and they can win the game 17-16. But what happens? So you'll see that the 49ers go to a empty backfield, receivers all over the place. The one guy who Atlanta can't stop is Christian McCaffrey. So in this situation, third and long, hey, you could blitz, you can rush four, you can have a little bit of a delay, you can make sure you double up. McCaffrey who had a big game in this ball game here. But look what Raheem Morris does in this moment. He rushes 3 against Mac Jones in a critical situation, giving him time to throw the football. He finds the one guy who you cannot lose the game to. You can't lose the game to Christian McCaffrey in this moment. You can't lose the game to Christian McCaffrey because you can't leave that guy open. Somebody else has to score or get the first down, and you have to add pressure to this situation. Mac Jones clearly has time to throw the football. He finds Christian McCaffrey for first down. They score a touchdown. They win the game going away. So we saw Raheem Morris, big moment in a big game for his team. And when the pressure is there, he is going to be passive and rush 3 guys. Okay, let's go to Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley against Notre Dame. They just get the kickoff return just happens before you could even see. They score a touchdown on the nice little circus route by Jacoby Lane. Great pass from Mayava, touchdown. They go up 24-20 before you could grab the next beer. They on the kickoff. Holding or not, whatever you're gonna say, I don't care if it's holding or whatever. Like, you can't allow this to be run back for a touchdown. USC allows a touchdown run back by the Fighting Irish. Okay, fine. On this drive, they hit a big play to Mekhi Lemon. They move the football. They're already in the red zone area. They're at like the 35-yard line here. You see it right here, and you have a chance here to solidify the game. Even if you walk away with a field goal, you keep yourself in the ball game. You're down one. You want to score. You want to score a touchdown. This is the big moment in the game. Riley is moving the football pretty well in this game. They can't run it, but they are able to move the football. So you're sitting here and you're saying, okay, my best receiver just ran 60 yards, 50 yards on the field. I'm not going to ask him to throw a pass, a wide receiver option pass, right after he just did that, or in the rain on the road against Notre Dame. He does ask him to do that. And then you see what happens. He fumbles the football. All momentum is gone. Notre Dame wins the game and recovers the fumble, and they don't look back. USC does not score in the fourth quarter. So Lincoln Riley, after the game, said, hey, bad call by me, awful call by me. I think the concern for me is this. He called it last year against UCLA, but that was when they were struggling and they only had 9 points at the time. So I can get that call. In this game here, if you're a SC fan, you're like, bro, like that call has no business being in your thought process in that moment. So like Raheem Morris in a critical situation, he got passive defensively. When you rush three, I don't care what you say. You're a big time defensive coordinator, big time defensive coach. If you do that, you're playing passive. With Lincoln Riley, he just got really cute. And how do you get cute in a critical moment like that? Like, how do you get cute in a pivotal moment in the football game where your season, basically your entire season, is on the line? You've lost, a bunch of games in a row to Notre Dame. And that's a play that can't be in your head, your playbook, your mind, if you will. It just can't be there in that moment. It just makes no sense. There are two critical times in this game where USC was driving and he took the ball out of Jaden Mayaba's hand. If you're going to take the ball out of Jaden Mayaba's hand, the way he's played this year, it better be a successful play. And the play with Hussein Longstreet wasn't successful, and neither was this one. So in a critical moment, game on the line, for all the marbles, the coach of the University of Southern California has a tendency, or showed a tendency, to get really cute. Instead of being solid in the moment, maybe just running the football up the middle, regrouping yourself on second down, and making sure you get points out of that situation. We're beyond apologies now. We're beyond, hey, sorry for that play. It's time to kind of put up and get things done. It's year 4. I know everybody wants to make it year 2. It's not year 2. It's year 4. And you are a seasoned coach who's coached in playoff games, who's coached against big time coaches, and won some of those games. Not at SC, but at Oklahoma. So when is Lincoln Riley going to turn the page and just be, a really be a solid to great coach in those critical moments. I think also, when is Lincoln Riley going to coach the entire team? Like, you can't you can't just be an offensive coordinator. You got to be able to tell Danton Lynn, like, we're bleeding in this against this run, against the run. Stop it now. He's not one of the highest paid defensive coordinators in football for nothing. It's just kind of time for those things to have time for them to take charge and be a more buttoned up situation. They're not buttoned up. How many times have you seen USC this year kick a extra point with 10 men on the field? Critical situation against Notre Dame. They give up a give up a kickoff return for a touchdown. And I get it. Yes, people were held on that play. Good, great. Fight through it. The officials will never be there to save SC. Big game this week against Nebraska. This whole season, the way college football is set up, it's every week is a elimination game. Every week is an elimination game. So we'll see if USC can fight through and get to that point where they can just can they give fans a big game against Oregon for a chance to make the playoffs? Can they at least give the fans that this year? Or are they going to slip up and lose to Nebraska, a team that they're clearly better than? Be interesting to see what happens in Lincoln with Lincoln. All right. Student Body Right USC podcast. Saying good night. Fight on. We will be here with Coach B to preview the weekend for you. Enjoy the game. I'm gonna be watching the game. I have tickets to a Clips concert, so I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching them do So Be It and watching the game at the same time. You know me. But yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this game, because these games get bigger and bigger every time. And I think the goal for this season for me was to get them to that Oregon game with one loss. But that's it. They're fighting for their playoff lives with every game that comes up here. Players seem to know about it. You heard Eric Gentry talk about it. They're ready for the moment. Walker Lyons talked about it. Ready for the moment. We'll see if the Trojans are. All right. Fight on. Peace.